Hello friends, welcome to Caesar's Teasers. Gary Cooper was born Frank James Cooper on May 7, 1901 in Helena, Montana, a rugged town surrounded by mountains and wide plains that seemed to shape the man he would become. From an early age, he embodied the qualities that would later define his screen persona: quiet strength, resilience, and an understated confidence. His youth was steeped into the open skies and hard work of the American West, experiences that gave him a groundedness rare among Hollywood stars, a sense of authenticity that audiences would feel even decades later. After studying at the Grinnell College in Iowa, Cooper moved to Los Angeles, initially working as a construction laborer and a messenger before venturing into acting. His early career was humble, with small roles in silent films, but his natural charisma, tall frame, and calm demeanor quickly set him apart. Unlike the flamboyant stars of that era, Cooper's charm was subtle and compelling, the kind of presence that would dominate a scene without raising his voice. By the late 1920s and early 1930s, Cooper had transitioned seamlessly into talkies, and his star began to rise. Films like The Virginian 1929 showcased his talent for portraying strong, silent men, characters who were mostly upright yet quietly human, a template that would define much of his career. He became synonymous with rugged, honorable hero, an image that would resonate with audiences for decades. Cooper's career reached its zenith in the 1940s and 1950s. He won 2 Academy Awards for Best Actor, first for Sergeant York 1941, in which he portrayed the conscientious soldier Alvin York, and then for High Noon 1952, where his portrayal of the principled lawman Will Kane became legendary. Beyond awards, his performances in films such as Mr. Deeds Goes to Town, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and The Pride of the Yankees revealed a rare emotional depth, a hero whose strength was matched by vulnerability, whose moral compass was unwavering but never unfeeling. Off-screen, Gary Cooper was known for his modesty, humility, and integrity. He shunned the excess of Hollywood, preferring a quiet life away from gossip and spectacle. He married socialist Veronica Belfi in 1933, and together they had a daughter, Maria Cooper Janice, whom he adored. Despite fame, Cooper remained devoted to his family, and those closest to him spoke of his gentle humor, loyalty, and quiet kindness. Cooper's life was not without struggles. He endured health challenges later in life, including cancer and complications from multiple illnesses, yet he remained dedicated to his craft until the very end. On May 13, 1961, shortly after completing work on one of his final films, he passed away peacefully at the age of 60. The world mourned not only an actor but a symbol of integrity, strength, and timeless grace. Today, Gary Cooper is remembered as one of the Hollywood's most enduring icons, the quintessential American hero, a man whose presence on screen was both commanding and profoundly human, whose quiet dignity made him unforgettable, and whose legacy continues to define what it means to be a true star. In 1933, Cooper married Veronica Belfi, a socialist born known for her elegance and poise. The union was grounded in mutual respect and shared values, a stabilizing anchor in the often turbulent world of show business. From their marriage came a daughter, Maria Cooper Janice, whom Cooper adored with a gentle devotion that contrasted the public image of the stoic screen hero. He nurtured her with patience and care, prioritizing family life even as his fame grew to legendary proportions. Despite his long-lasting marriage, Cooper was known for his charm and magnetic presence, which attracted the admiration and affection of many women. However, he maintained a reputation of decency and loyalty, never allowing his fame to overshadow his sense of responsibility. Friends and colleagues often described him as modest, unpretentious, and deeply grounded, a man whose moral compass guided both his work and relationships. Away from cameras and lights, Cooper enjoyed simple pleasures: horseback riding, quiet reading, and quiet moments at home with his family. These moments of domestic serenity were essential to him, providing balance to a career that demanded constant public attention. His sense of humor, often dry and understated, and his kindness toward friends and co-workers revealed a warmth and humanity that few ever saw in his film roles. In essence, Gary Cooper's personal life was a reflection of his values: loyalty, integrity, and devotion. He was a husband who loved deeply, a father father who cherished his daughter, and a man who sought to live quietly with dignity, even amidst the glamour and the chaos of Hollywood. Gary Cooper's final years were marked by a quiet dignity. Even as his health began to fail, he continued working in the late 1950s and early 1960s, drawn to roles that allowed him to embody the moral strength and understated heroism that had become his trademark. Yet behind the screen, he battled illnesses that would ultimately claim his life, including cancer, which he faced with the same stoicism and courage that defined both his personal and professional life. On May 13, 1961, just 6 days after his 60th birthday, Gary Cooper passed away. Peacefully, the world mourned not just the death of an actor, but the loss of a symbol, a man whose calm strength, integrity, and authenticity had captivated audiences for decades. Tributes poured in from across the globe, celebrating not only his performances but the rare dignity he maintained both on and off screen. Co-stars, directors, and critics alike remembered him as the embodiment of quiet heroism, a presence that could command a scene without a glance, yet never overshadowed the story of the humanity of those around him. Cooper's legacy endures as one of the Hollywood's greatest icons, a man whose grace, integrity, and understated brilliance continue to define the ideal of the classic American hero. His life and career remain a testament to talent, decency, and authenticity, a reminder that true stardom is measured not just by fame but by character, courage, and the quiet strength to live with honor. Unknown facts about Gary Cooper you didn't know. His real name was Frank James Cooper. He grew up on a farm in Montana. His early life was rugged, filled with horseback riding, outdoor work, and a frontier-style independence that shaped the quiet strength of his screen persona. He was a sports enthusiast. Early careers and struggles shaped him, the later hero he would become. Natural minimalist acting style. Cooper was known for his understated acting. Political stance. He was a private man politically, but he supported the war effort during the World War II. A fear of flying. Despite starring in films with daring stunts, Cooper feared flying and preferred trains or cars for travel whenever possible. Multiple near-death experiences. He survived a serious car accident early in life and endured various health scars, yet he maintained his calm, stoic persona both on and off screen. Close friendships. Though famously private, Cooper had deep friendships in Hollywood, including with director Frank Capra and co-stars like James Stewart, who admired his humility and integrity. Lasting influences. Actors from Clint Eastwood to Robert Redford had cited Cooper's minimalist natural style as major influences on their careers. Reluctant to seek fame, he rarely sought the spotlight and avoided gossip columns. Stay tuned for more good biographies. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and keep watching Caesar's Teasers.